Most people think intelligence looks like quick answers, perfect grades, or someone who always knows what to say. But real intelligence is quieter than that. It hides in habits, in patterns, in the way someone thinks, rather than what they show. And the smartest people often don't look smart at first glance. They reveal themselves in subtle ways you only notice when you know what to look for. Today, we're exploring the psychology behind the hidden sides of high intelligence, the traits that don't show up on IQ tests, but show up everywhere else. The first sign, they ask unusually good questions. Highly intelligent people aren't obsessed with having the right answers. They're obsessed with asking the right questions. A good question cuts through noise, exposes assumptions, and reframes the entire problem. While most people ask surface-level questions, intelligent minds ask questions that make you pause, questions that reveal depth, curiosity, and a desire to understand the underlying structure of things. They're not trying to sound smart. They're trying to see clearly. The second sign, they change their mind when given new evidence. One of the strongest indicators of intelligence is cognitive flexibility. Smart people don't cling to beliefs out of pride. They update their thinking when reality gives them new information. This isn't weakness, it's intellectual strength. Changing your mind requires humility, self-awareness, and the ability to separate identity from opinion. Most people defend their beliefs like territory. Intelligent people treat beliefs like tools, useful until they're not. The third sign, they notice patterns others overlook. Intelligence isn't just about logic. It's about pattern recognition. Highly intelligent people see emotional patterns, behavioral patterns, social patterns, and structural patterns in systems. They connect dots that others don't even notice. This is why they often predict outcomes before they happen. They're not psychic, they're perceptive. Their brain is constantly scanning for structure, rhythm, and cause and effect relationships. The fourth sign, they're comfortable saying, "I don't know." This is one of the most counterintuitive signs of intelligence. People with average intelligence often pretend to know more than they do. They fear looking uninformed. But highly intelligent people don't tie their self-worth to appearing knowledgeable. They're comfortable with uncertainty. "I don't know" isn't a confession. It's an invitation, a starting point for learning. This humility is what allows them to grow faster than everyone else. The fifth sign, they think slowly before they speak, not because they're unsure, but because they're processing deeply. Intelligent people often pause before responding, not rushing to fill silence. They're organizing thoughts, weighing perspectives, and choosing clarity over speed. In a world that rewards quick reactions, slow thinking is a sign of depth. They value precision, nuance, and saying something meaningful rather than something immediate. The sixth sign, they're curious about everything. Curiosity is the engine of intelligence. Smart people don't limit their interests to one field. They explore widely: psychology, science, history, art, behavior, technology, philosophy. Their curiosity isn't random. It's driven by a desire to understand how the world works. They ask, why does this happen? What's the pattern here? How does this connect to that? Curiosity expands their mental map of the world, making them better thinkers in every domain. The seventh sign, they can explain complex ideas simply. This is one of the ultimate tests of intelligence. Anyone can make something sound complicated, but it takes real understanding to make something simple. Highly intelligent people break ideas into clean pieces, use analogies, and remove unnecessary jargon. They make the complex feel intuitive. They don't hide behind complexity. They illuminate it. This ability comes from deep comprehension, not memorization. The eighth sign, They're highly self-reflective. Intelligent people spend a lot of time thinking about their own thinking. The ninth sign, they see multiple perspectives at once. While many people see the world in black and white, intelligent minds see shades, layers, and context. They can hold two opposing ideas without feeling threatened. They can understand someone they disagree with. They can see the bigger picture while still noticing the details. This ability makes them better problem solvers, better communicators, and better decision makers. The 10th sign, they're comfortable being alone. This doesn't mean they dislike people. It means they enjoy their own mind. Highly intelligent individuals often need solitude to think, process, and recharge. Their inner world is rich, full of ideas, questions, and connections. Being alone isn't empty for them. It's productive. The 11th sign, they're sensitive to inconsistency. Whether it's a logical flaw, a contradiction, or a behavioral mismatch, intelligent people notice when something doesn't add up. This sensitivity isn't nitpicking, it's pattern detection. Their brain flags inconsistencies automatically, which helps them navigate complex situations with clarity. Highly intelligent people don't always learn the way others do, not because they struggle, but because their minds take in information differently. Their learning style is often non-linear, intuitive, and driven by connection rather than repetition. They absorb ideas by exploring them from multiple angles, linking concepts across different fields, and noticing patterns that others overlook. They don't just memorize information, they integrate it. They want to understand the why behind things, not just the what. This means they often learn best through self-directed exploration, deep dives into topics that spark curiosity, hands-on experimentation, connecting ideas across disciplines, following their own mental pathways rather than standard ones. Their minds move in leaps, not steps. They may jump from one idea to another, circle back later, or suddenly make a breakthrough after letting a problem sit in the background for days. To others, this can look scattered. But in reality, it's a sign of a mind that processes information at a deeper, more interconnected level. Highly intelligent people don't just learn facts, they build mental frameworks. They don't just remember information, they reshape it into something meaningful. Their learning style is unique because their thinking style is unique. And that's what makes this one of the most revealing signs of high intelligence. High intelligence doesn't always announce itself. It doesn't need to be loud, you're flashy, or constantly performing. Most of the time, it moves quietly, in curiosity, in awareness, in the way someone thinks long before they speak. It shows up in flexibility, in reflection, in the ability to see patterns and perspectives that others miss. It shows up in the willingness to learn, to question, to grow, and to understand the world with depth instead of speed. The smartest people aren't trying to look intelligent. They're trying to understand themselves, others, and the systems around them. And that quiet pursuit of understanding is what makes their intelligence unmistakable.